Hey, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Naval Yamul. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Data Master, and welcome to the new playlist on Databricks Generative AI. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about agents. So, what are AI agents? We are going to discuss about that, and then I'll give you some analogy, like how you can visualize how agents work in real time, and we are going to also do the hands-on by using a LangChain tools. So, for a definition, so in AI, an agent is a software system or a program that can interact with the environment. It can gather the information and it can use that information to complete the task on its own to achieve the goal that is set by the humans. So it's an autonomous agent without any human intervention. That agent does all the work for you. So let me go back to the history, maybe 2 years back when ChatGPT was launched and where all the world was talking about the ChatGPT, OpenAI, and so on. They had a limitations, like your LLMs had a limitations called large language models. They had limitations like a cutoff date. They used to hallucinate. They were not able to get a latest data from the internet. They were not able to access the browsers. They were not able to access the YouTube or maybe any of your private data and so on. But in last 2 years things changed. Now all the LLMs are capable of accessing the internet, accessing the latest data and so on. But when you are building up your own agentic AI, or when you are building up your generative AI applications, so we need to make sure that your gen AI application is in real time, is capable of accessing all real time data. So that is where the agent comes. There are different types of agents, but we are going to pick up one type of agent, that is a function calling, or you can simply call it as a tool use agent. So I got a simple analogy here. So you can see here, your LLM, that is your large language model. You can take your open source models or your closed source models, your OpenAI's GPT models, or your open source Llama models, or maybe your Microsoft's model, or your Claude Anthropic models, and so on. All large language models have certain limitations. So I simply call it as like a brain. So they are brain. They are very smart. They can do all the work. They are very smart. So if I give them tools, like any of the tools to access it, okay. So just imagine your LLM is like a brain, and if I give them the hands, your hands are like your tools. Like, hey, can you go and get the latest financial news? Can you go and pick up the best podcast from the YouTube? Can you go and access my database and can you pull out the latest records for me? Can you pull out some insights for me? So I am giving an LLM and tools like enhance, they can go and access all this real-time data. It is possible, and that's what the agents are. So now all the LLMs are very smart. Now as of this recording, I'll show you an example. Like, okay, this is a chat GPT now. So previously, or previous few years back or few months back, we did not have a capability of search the web, but now we have that capability. And now your all LLM models are very good at reasoning. So they think before they respond it. So you can just tap the reasoning tab or option here, and you ask a question. Your LLM tries to think before it gets responded. Even there is an option called deep search, deep research, create an image, and couple of options are available. Like, there are so many other models. Google Gemini model also is very good at deep research or reasoning or getting a new data or getting up access to the internet and so on. But when we are building up our generative AI use case, we need to build a agent that is capable of accessing all these tools, and we can do it via using LangChain. So let me access the LangChain website here. There are many other frameworks also how we can build an agents. Like, you can use Llama index, and there are latest frameworks or new frameworks coming up in the market, like Crew AI is there, AutoGen is there, LangGraph is there. So many tools are coming up that are capable of creating an agentic style LLMs. Okay, like you can build your agents for your own use case. But in this example, or in this video, we are going to discuss about Langchain's tools or function calling capabilities via using a Langchain framework. I can explain you about Crew AI also. I'm working on Crew AI. The next video will be on the Crew AI. So let me talk about the Langchain's tools. So you can see there are so many toolkit here. Like if you are talking about this search, these are so many tools you can get an access to. Like Bing search is there. There is one more open source search called DuckDuckGoSearch. Few are free, few are paid. If you are looking at a paid one like Google search, Bing search, you have to get an API from them, you have to pay some dollars to them, and then you can start using it. But there are many alternatives for web browsers or for search. We have a tool called DuckDuckGoSearch. We can use that, it's absolutely free. And for code interpreter, these are the tools. For productivity, these are the tools. And for web browsing, few of them. For databases, for finance, you have few tools, and you can get all the tools here. So maybe there are more than 100 plus tools, you can access it. So in this video, I'm going to show you some hands-on. I'm going to show you some tools like DuckDuckGo search, and I'm going to use a YouTube search also, and I'm going to talk about Yahoo Finance, or maybe a few tools for researchers and so on. So I'm going to just show you how to access them, and then I'm going to build an agent, an end-to-end agent that helps you to access your Wikipedia, access your YouTube, access your Yahoo Finance, your search, and we'll build an end-to-end application in this video. Okay, so just stay tuned, guys. So if you have liked till here, I request you to please subscribe to my channel, please like the video, and so on. So this is the analogy what I thought of. Like, okay, a human with just a brain is called an LLM. The human who has the hands also, then he call it an agent. So he can have an access to your database, your web browser, your any APIs, or your YouTube channel, okay, or your YouTube, entire YouTube. So let us do some hands-on now. So I have kept all the libraries and packages installed here. So I'm using LangChain OpenAI. I am doing this all in the Databricks. So I'm using a LangChain Databricks here. I'll be using when I build an agentic AI application, I'll be using a chat Databricks class from the LangChain. If you are trying it outside Databricks, definitely it works. You can use a chat OpenAI class, or if you're using it in Google, you can use a chat Google class, and so on. Okay, so here I'm going to call the tools like Wikipedia for Wikipedia access, DuckDuckGo search for your web browser, and I'm going to use YouTube search also. So just to save some time, I've just installed it and I've refreshed my kernel. So let us proceed now. Tools. So first I'm going to pick up the Wikipedia. So let me go back to my tools here. You can search for Wikipedia. Yeah, here you go. And it's so simple. You can install this Wikipedia, and then you can say from Langchain Tools, Wikipedia query run, and you can also import Wikipedia API wrapper, and we use an API called Wikipedia query run, and then call a Wikipedia API wrapper. That's it. And you call your variable, that is wikipedia.run, and you mention your query in that. It works amazingly. So let me go back. I've just tried it now. So I've just copy pasted it, nothing much. I'll show you again. I'll run this and I'll run this. Now I'll just try to ask a question like, what is Gen AI? What is generative AI? And you can see here beautifully your Wikipedia is responding. This is not a response from your LLM. I have not taken any LLM right now. It is just a tool. Now if I go and copy this, what is generative AI, on my Wikipedia, I'll just say wiki, and here you go. So you got a Wikipedia response, and it says that generative AI, like it's an artificial intelligence, is a subfield of artificial intelligence that uses the generative AI models to produce the text, images, videos, and so on. So let us try to cross check it. Yeah, you can see here it has accessed the page, generative artificial intelligence, and it is pulling out the summary, and you can see the definition of Gen AI that produces the text, images, and so on. Amazing. So this is how simple it is to access the tools. Now I'm using a Databricks, but you can use any other notebooks to do that. Okay, so in Databricks we have this latest update, like we get an For every run, we get an ML flow trace UI. I'll not talk about it now. Maybe we can discuss it later on. Now I'll check how we can access DuckDuckGo search. So let me go back to the tools here from the LangChain and let me access the DuckDuckGo search. It's here, DuckDuckGo search, and yeah, we have already done the installation. So I'll just copy these all. I'll copy it, come back, and then I'll just so those who are not aware of what is DuckDuckGo search, it is an alternative for your Google search, for your Bing search. It's open source, it's free. Okay, so I'm just using DuckDuckGo search. Make sure that you have already installed it here, DuckDuckGo search, and we are using a variable called search, DuckDuckGo search. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this. I'll try to run it first. Yeah, it worked now. So instead of using a invoke method, I'll be using a run. I mean, DuckDuckGo search run. Just a moment. Yeah. So I'll just take search and dot run. And now what I'll do, I'll just ask a question like, what is NVIDIA's current stock price? So let me just pull out that. I have already written it here. I'll just copy paste it. So I'm just checking NVIDIA's current stock price, and wow, the beauty is here. Now, if you're asking this question to the LLMs, only an LLMs, your LLMs have a cutoff date. So it won't able to give you the latest record because it says that, hey, I have a cutoff knowledge and I know the stock price only till that date. But now, now the all LLM models are now capable of pulling out the latest records. It can go and search the internet. But when you are developing your own use case, you should integrate these all tools to your Gen AI application. Now coming back, you can see it shows that it's 110 dollars price as of April 25. Okay, beautiful. So this is how we can go and search it. So Wikipedia tool is there, DuckDuckGo search tool is there, and let me show you how we can access YouTube tool now. YouTube as a tool. So first I'm going to show you all how we can access the tools, and once we understand it, then we are going to create a simple agent, generative AI system. We can build a system that can go and search your YouTube, your Wikipedia, your DuckDuckGo search, and so on. Okay, so let me proceed to, okay, what I'll do, I'll just make it here and I'll keep it simple here. This is my Wikipedia. I'll delete this. This is my DuckDuckGo search. Okay, cool. So I'll just delete these outputs. Now I'm going to talk about YouTube search. I'm just giving you a title, YouTube search. You will find this notebook in my GitHub link. I'll just share you that link. So the syntax is simple. Again, we are using a class called YouTube search tool. I'll run this, a variable YouTube tool. And now, so obviously I'll take my favorite. So I'll just say YouTube tool dot run. And now I'll just say the data master. So my YouTube channel is Data Master. Now let us see whether your LangChain tool is capable of pulling out the videos from this Data Master. Okay. Now let me try to run this. Let us see. Hope so. You get a link. Oh, we got two links now. We got two links. Now fingers crossed. Let me check whether your LangChain is capable of pulling out my video. Oh, beautiful. Can you see that? So it accesses the data master video. It has pulled out the maybe the latest video or maybe the most popular one, that is Databricks Unity catalog. And yeah, it shows this video now. Okay. So I can go and query it more, and I would say that, can you pull out the data master video and can you give me a generative AI video from data master, or can you give me data engineering video from data master? Obviously it does it for you. Yes, I got other link also. Let me cross check this. And oh no, my goodness, you can see here it has showed some other video. It's not my channel. It is showing data master. It's not my channel. But yes, we need to write a very good prompt, very good query, so that it just accesses your videos, not other videos. But at least we got our access, that is our first video. So I hope you are getting this. So this is how we can go and use the LangChain's tool use, or it is also called as a function calling. So it is tool use. I'll just rename is tool use, or you can simply call it as a function calling. Okay, function calling. Okay, so I hope you are getting till here. You can go to LangChain. I have given an access to this link. Let me copy this link for you. I'll paste it here somewhere so that you can access it later on. Cool. Okay, you can access these all link if you find some time, or if you have any interest on maybe finance, or maybe no, I have my own interest, like I'll go to Databricks Unity Catalog. Yeah, you can use a tool called Databricks Unity Catalog. Or maybe if you want to build a generative AI system that can go and access all your personal data, proprietary data, organization data, it's in my Google Drive. Yes, you can use it. Oh, Google Finance, yeah, still you can use it. Google Jobs, or maybe Google Lens, or apart from Google, you have Hugging Face, Hub Tools, and you have Microsoft 365 also. You can check them. So many tools are available. I am just thinking as an open source. So whatever is available from search, from YouTube, and from Wikipedia, I'm just picking that. But you are open to all these tools. You can just get inside that particular tool and see what library you need to import it, and then you can start using it. Okay, so this is so simple. Now, with this knowledge, I hope you understood how the tool use or a function calling is used. So we have used two tools. Now let us build an application here. Let us build an end-to-end generative AI agent, build an agent that can have a brain, that is your LLM. Now we can decide our LLM. It can be from the OpenAI, or it can be from your Claude or your Llama models, or any model. With that, we are going to add some tools also to it. Like your agent will have a LLM as a brain, and then it has a hands that has like your tools like Wikipedia, DuckDuckGoSearch, and YouTube search, and then we'll build a end-to-end Gen AI application. So I'll just say building an agents here. Okay, agents. Okay, let us start building an agent here now. So I've just copy pasted the script here. Very simple. I'll try to explain you. So I'm using a chat model here, like I'm using a class called chat Databricks, and endpoint, I'm using a latest model that was released just last week. It's Databricks Llama 4 Maverick. It was released from Meta's AI. It's an open source. Um, Now in Databricks, Llama 4 is a native LLM model. So if you just go to the serving endpoint, and you can see these are all the models, chat models, those are available as a native. So I have picked the Llama 4. I've just copied this. You can use a Claude model also. Now even Anthropic's Claude model is supported in the Databricks native, and Databricks own DBRX model is also supported. You can find out them in the serving endpoint, or you can just go to the playground, and here you get all these models which are native to the Databricks. Now I have picked the Databricks Llama 4, and now I have just defined the tools. So in for this agent, so the agent what I'm building is a podcast agent. Okay, so I want to listen to a motivational podcast on a daily basis. Like there are so many podcasts coming up, so I want to listen to one of the greatest motivation podcast, or maybe podcast related to Gen AI, or podcast related to tech industry, what is happening, and so on. So that is my use case. You can you can build an agent for your own enterprise also. Like you can come up with an ideas, like whether you want to do some research on the latest new or latest company, and whether you want to invest it or not. You can just access the tools like Yahoo Finance, or maybe any finance, and ask whether you should invest in Nvidia stock, or maybe a Tesla stock or not. So you can just keep on thinking, and then you can build an agent. So in this video, I'll be making it simple like a podcast. Just in case if you have any use case, or if you want me to come up with some other ideas, definitely I'll do it in the next video. This video is going to be a long one now. So we have already covered tool use. Now I'll just create an agent that can help me to find out the podcast. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I can build an agent according to that use case, or I'll come up with some new ideas in the next video. So I'm using a tools here. So I'm defining the tools. I'm using two tools here. One is Wiki tool and the YouTube tool. Very simple. So I've just copy pasted the above one, like from where we have used that tool use same. So Wikipedia query search and your YouTube search class, I've just copied that and pasted it here, nothing else. So I've just given a description like search Wikipedia for podcast information. So this is related to the podcast, and here I'll just mention it. This description is for us just to enrich our script here. Search YouTube for the podcast information, and just I have combined all this tools into a keyword called tools. You can go and define some other tools, and then you can just keep on adding it here. Okay, now I'm going to use an agent here, agent. So I've already called this initialize agent here from the LangChain agents that can help me to chain all this. Like I'm using a tools, hey, these are my tools and this is my LLM. So previously we just used the tools, but now we are accessing your LLM also, and this time I have my Databricks Llama 4 as a large language model, okay, your chat model. And when I go and access the initialize agent, there are types of agents. So now I'm using a zero shot React description type. So let me take this initial agent and let me go to the LangChain. I would like to show you how this looks like. Yeah. So you can see LangChain agents, initial agent, the parameters are tools which have used it, and then we have a LLM, and then we have an agent. So I'll just click on agent type, and you can see there are so many types here, like zero shot React description, which we have used it. So it's a zero shot agent that does a reasoning step before acting it. So it keeps on thinking like, okay, whether this is correct or not, and it will create a draft, it will think, and again it will create a draft, and then finally it gives you the response. So this is how the zero shot React description agent type looks like. There are other agent types also. You can just go and access this. Even I'll give you the link for this agent type and your initial agent function. I'll just copy and I'll just paste it somewhere here. You can access these links later on now. Okay, cool. So now let us proceed further now. Okay, so I've used a zero shot React description, and now finally I'm writing a simple message like, hey, I'm a chatbot, ask me anything about the podcast. And I'm going to create a variable. I'm just accepting the value from the users, like, hey, which motivational theme do you want to explore today? So you can just mention that you have to type it, we are accepting from the user, and then I'm just using a try and accept. If something happened, you get an error as an exception as E, or if everything is fine, then it goes to the like podcast. It gives a brief, so I'm just mentioning it here, give a brief inspiration definition of the theme. So theme is from the users, we are getting it from the users from Wikipedia, and find maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 motivational YouTube videos about this theme. You can just mention the theme, and if the user mentions the podcast, then you go and call the agent. This is our agent here. And so previously when we use the tools, we just use that tools dot run, but now it's not tool, it's an agent. In that agent we have your tools, all the tools are accessible, we have your LLM model, and so on. Now I'm passing the podcast here and then printing out the response. That's it, very simple. So please make sure that you are running all this, and then your agent is ready, your podcast agent is ready. Wow, it's asking me a question like, hey, which motivational theme do you want me to explore today? So I have a few questions here. So I want to build a motivational podcast assistant using a Databricks and LangChain. You can type something like this, or maybe you can type generative AI, or generate a motivational podcast based on the topics and videos with AI or Gen AI. So let me just write Gen AI and just press and enter here. Enter it. Wow. And you can see here it's going to the agent executor chain. Amazing. You'll be surprised to see all this, how your agent is thinking now, your LLM is thinking. If you're not adding an agent or a tool calling, it will just give you the result what your LLM knows. Your LLM cannot go and access any of the tools like how the agent is doing now. Your LLM just has a brain, it will just give you whatever they have the information. It's not capable of accessing the internet. Now it is able to access the internet, it is able to access the Wikipedia, YouTube, and so on. And here's the result. So let me, okay, yeah, here we go. So to tackle this question, see what your LLM is doing is very smart. I need to break down it into the two parts. So it is breaking down and generate the motivational podcast topics and videos with GenAI from Wikipedia. Wow. So it says that okay, there are two tools. Just check the Wikipedia and identify 5 motivational YouTube videos related to that particular topic. So let's start with the first type or first part. It goes things, oh, the action you have to take is a Wikipedia action, and it observes it. This is not your output, guys, this is not your output. It just keep on thinking. It's a thought process of your agent. Then it goes here, it goes here, and so on. And finally it's again taking the second part as an action called YouTube. Please go to YouTube and pull out the 5 videos. It checks, okay, these are the videos, and finally it comes up with the final output, your finished chain, and it says that it has generated the motivational podcast topics and videos for you. And there is a script available, you can see the script available, and there are some like there are few videos also, motivational videos related to the GenAI topic. So I am not sure, let me just click on this, and the beauty is it takes you to the YouTube channel. And oh, it says make a generative AI motivation and quote video and earn 220,000 USD a month. So you can see this. So I'm not sure about that video, but yes, your agent was capable of going back and doing a research from Wikipedia, doing a research from YouTube, and so on. Oh, cool. You can see here a new AI video generator creates an amazing video from text, no editing. It's from the Think Media. Beautiful. Can you see that? So your agent is now capable of doing a research from your Wikipedia as well as from your YouTube. So this was a simple example, I would say, but you can go with some more complex use cases also. So in the next video, I'll try to use a Yahoo Finance as a tool, and then I'll just create one more bot or an agent, your financial agent that goes and does all your research and finally tells you whether to invest for the Nvidia stock, or maybe your Tesla stock, or maybe your Reliance stock, and so on, whether you should invest it or not, and what is your long term, what is your horizon, whether it's a long term, short term, and so on. Even we can build this type of an agents as well. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll do a very quick recap. So first, I would like to tell you, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video. We have a separate playlist for generative AI using a Databricks. So I started with a very simple explanation like what is generative AI, what is RAG, what is agents. I've just explained you that. And I have also explained you about getting started with LangChain. So this is a new video on agents. So I explained you agents are nothing but it's a AI software, or maybe a software program that can interact with the other tools and completes your task, completes the complex task, because your LLM cannot do all that. With LLM, if you have and tools, it is capable of doing some more complex tasks. So we picked up the LangChain for this, but there are some other tools as I mentioned. So your LangGraph can do it, your Crew AI, AutoGen, and so many other tools are there. Okay, so I've just installed all this, and I explained you for the first half like how to use a tool calling or function calling, or a tool use, I would say. I've also given you the links from the LangChain, how we can just copy paste it in your notebook. It can be any notebook, it works not only on Databricks, outside the Databricks also it works. And then finally I explained you about the agents, and now we are using a chat Databricks from the LangChain's class. Because I'm using it in the Databricks, I'm using an endpoint from it. If you are trying it outside the Databricks, please make sure that use chat OpenAI. But for that, you need to have an API key for the chat OpenAI. In my previous video, I've explained you how to pull out the OpenAI API key, and then you can use a class called chat OpenAI, and then you use a model, GPT 4.1, 4.5 models, and so on. Rest everything remains simple. If you want me to access the chat OpenAI class, please comment it. Maybe in the next video, I'll try to use a chat OpenAI class for you. So we access the two tools here. You can add couple of tools here again, and I have combined all that into a tools. I have just created a chain using an agent, using a tools, chat models, and the agent type, and so on. Finally, I have created a simple bot that answers anything about the podcast. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you like the video, if you like the content, so please do subscribe to my channel. I'm repeating it again. Please share it with your friends and your colleagues. Thank you for watching again. See you in the next video. Bye bye.